Hey y'all, welcome to the PCP podcast for this week. So we're kind of mixing things up a little bit, and we're going to talk about several topics um, today. So
You
we'll see
know,
how that goes.
like your typical podcast.
Yeah, like an actual podcast and not losers like we are.
Jeez. Anyway, so it's the end of October, specifically the last Friday of October, and Sarah and I have been through a bunch of midterm sets of lately.
Oh God, yeah.
Especially
And
you.
I,
You.
yeah, I have three tests next week.
Oh,
I feel like I'm going to die,
nice.
but
Don't be silly. That's not gonna kill you.
I've been studying all week, and I might have a mental breakdown next week. We'll know. We'll see.
You seem pretty happy about that, so I'm kind of confused on your motivation.
What's my motivation? Um,
I just got.
but
No, sorry.
you're good. Well, all I was gonna say is that I just um, you just got to prepare. I've been studying all week, so
I mean,
I feel like I can.
you're at least studying a week ahead of where I usually wait 3 days before the exam to start my actual studying.
Yeah, and then you panic.
I panic, but then I also end up doing well, so there's some weird science there to, I don't know, like my sympathetic neurons start working to put me in fight or flight mode, or fight or
Yeah, you're
flight.
just.
Or is it parasympathetic? I can't remember.
I don't fucking know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I kind of threw out all of my anatomy stuff after last semester.
I want to say it's sympathetic.
I think so. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm a science. I mean, are you an engineering or a science major?
I'm in the middle. I'm a biomedical, or at least I'm
Yeah, I was
studying to
confused.
become a biomedical engineer.
Yeah, I'm a science major, so like I ask myself every day why'd I do this to myself?
Well, at least you're not going for business like most people are.
That's true.
I don't know.
Or yeah, yeah, but it kind of helps to have like science major roommates,
I mean,
because
you have roommates. I don't.
yes, because I remember last year um one of my roommates was complaining about like a test, and I'm like, bitch, I'm taking OChem. Shut the fuck up.
Hmm.
You think that's hard? Good job.
Try to determine a carbohydrate from a lipid.
She'd probably explode.
My no, that's biochem. What am I thinking?
Yeah, but anyway, um, yeah, school's been tough. I mean, we're both seniors, so we only got a little bit more left.
Well, I have more than you.
I know.
Around a semester left.
Yeah. It's gonna, yeah, it's kind of scary to think about like in a year I'm gonna be out in the real world.
Yeah. You know what
Like I
you're
was
gonna.
like,
You know what you're gonna do.
um, yeah, I think so.
To
I think I'm gonna like try to apply for a lot of vets offices or the zoo, a bunch of zoos
uh,
in Texas at least. I don't want to move states.
that's all you can really do.
Yeah, and then hope for the best.
Yeah, you
Um,
probably should get eventually get yourself a suit for uh, interviews.
oh yeah, definitely.
Just
Um,
try not to go overboard with it, and also uh, try to be careful with doing black and don't be. From what I heard, don't wear all black with a red tie. That's more boss or higher position apparel.
I did not know that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Good thing I don't ever wear ties. So
I mean,
I've seen girls wear ties though before.
I mean, girls can wear suits, pants or skirt. It's their preference, but it's not only for guys to wear.
Oh yeah, I know.
'Cause
definitely.
I'm sure not all girls would like to wear a dress to work.
Oh, I know I wouldn't. Oh, I would not be, that would not like that at all. But yeah, it's crazy. Um, so you got anything else that happened this week or anything?
It's either this week or next week that the next Mario 3D game comes out, Mario Odyssey. Because like just today, I've seen people who got a early copy of it review it, and from what I've heard, it's pretty positive.
Well, I'd hope so. It looks awesome.
Did you ever play 64 Sunshine or Galaxy?
Yeah, I played all three. Not so much of 64 because I didn't own it.
Mm.
Um, but I have Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
All right. It,
Yeah, and I liked all of them, so I think Sunshine's still my favorite though.
well, it's probably the one you played most, so that makes sense.
Well, I beat Galaxy, but I didn't beat Sunshine.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
I
Huh.
I guess it doesn't matter. But this one is more of an open world like 64. And because in 64 there's 120 stars, this one has upwards of like 500 moons. They're using moons instead of stars or shines.
Oh,
Haha.
that's weird.
Yeah. Another change is they took out lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just have a coin counter, and when you die, you lose 10 coins.
Oh, okay.
And then use coins to buy outfits as well as other things. I'm not entirely sure, but I know they took a they took a page out of Pokemon and made Mario his outfit customizable. Just a
I
little,
remember
just a little bit.
I remember whenever people lost their shit when they saw him shirtless and he had nipples.
That was funny.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh my God." Um, from what I've seen like a couple of the demo worlds and it looks really, really cool. I want to ride the fucking sand lion thing.
I'm sure you want to take control of a dinosaur.
Oh my God, yeah. As soon as I saw the hat on the dinosaur, it reminded me of Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, absolutely. Disney copyright.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a Switch, so we're not going to be playing anytime soon. But
Oh no. We don't even have a Wii U.
well, don't make us look more pathetic.
Well, we have a PS4. That's nice.
Because I really wanted to play Kingdom Hearts at 60 frames.
Oh, oh my God.
She doesn't understand the beauty that is playing games at a higher frame rate.
Your mom doesn't understand.
Well, no, she won't. And even if I did explain it to her, she would just look at me.
Yeah, she'd probably be like, "Oh, okay," and then just look away.
Like, good for you, honey.
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure we'll just have a good time, I guess, watching people play it. Because I'm sure
Uh,
a lot of people will put that on their channels.
yeah. I tried to not spoil myself with Breath of the Wild because I wanted to well, at least too much. I've seen gameplay of it obviously, but I didn't want to see like a straight like playthrough, you know,
Oh yeah.
because I wanted to be surprised.
They seem to Nintendo's trying to push forward the idea of just doing more stuff in their games, where stuff on the Wii or Wii U, everything was a bit more linear, but it just seems like with Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, they're trying to jam pack as much as they can into the game, which honestly benefits us the consumers more, giving us more playtime over the amount we paid for it.
And I
But
like games like that, to be honest.
I mean, I think some people are going to get a little upset that there's not a whole lot of skill in getting like the moons in Odyssey, because while there are a lot of them, some of them are just out in the open or plain as day to get, instead of having like a challenge with like the stars or the shines. Because I remember in Sunshine they had those levels where it's solely platform based. There's a couple of those in Odyssey, I think, but
Okay.
like there's nothing too difficult. And hopefully I don't have bullshit stuff like the pachinko level.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's coming out. Another thing that's coming out, and I think it might be tonight. It's the iPhone 10 or X. If you're stupid, because it's really the 10.
I say X just
It's
because they put it as X.
That's what Apple wants you to call it, but X is the Roman numeral for 10, so people are gonna call it 10 because for some reason they skipped over 9.
Yeah, because 789, duh. I think I just made him short circuit.
No, you continue with this one. I don't think I need to say anything else. You clearly know what you're talking about.
No, I don't at all. You know way more about tech than I do.
Well, I guess that is true. So Apple's just trying to, I guess, follow the trend of having a bezel-less screen, even though it's not entirely bezel-less, meaning there's no, like the part of the phone that isn't screen.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's what a
yeah.
that's what a bezel is. But
Okay.
me personally, I'm not ready for something like that. I'm still comfortable with the home button, the fingerprint sensor. I currently own a Galaxy Note 5, and it's been perfectly fine for almost 2 years now. But
Yeah, I've had my 6S for a while and I like it.
but it's especially I would prefer Touch ID over Face ID. Just it, I don't know, unlocking a phone with just your face, it just seems a little too complicated.
Yeah, and plus I think people can get into those easier.
It they're really trying to force the idea that it's gonna be okay. It's really, but I don't know. Their presentation, they had a mistake with it where the his face wasn't recognized. So I'm like, I don't know. And
Yeah,
and then of course the headphone jack is still gone. I
but
don't.
aren't they fixing it? Because can it be wirelessly charged now or something?
That's I'm not sure about the 10. I know the 8 because it has the glass back
Oh, okay.
along with some metal parts to it, but I forget if the 10 is going to do that. But they're both invoking quick charge.
Okay. Yeah, I know that I definitely know that we didn't have that before.
Yeah, but you have to buy a whole new adapter.
Ew.
Yeah, the adapter that comes with, or at least the 8, is the standard like square one. The square, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the brick?
Yeah, but you need like a MacBook charger in order to incorporate the quick charge feature, which
Oh,
is
like a rectangular thing?
the bigger one, and
Yeah.
and that'll cost you about $50 to $80 depending on how powerful you want it to be. So that's sort of scammy.
Yeah.
Because like with my phone, the quick charger came out of the box, which is convenient, like to the max.
Yeah, I kind of realize that Apple is kind of slow whenever it comes to innovation, but I just like it because the interface is really simple.
They might be slowed for innovation, but whenever they do apply it, it's usually done well.
Yeah,
Um, Cause
exactly. That's what I mean. And plus, like your phone's like really complicated, and I'm like, I don't know how to work this.
I mean, it's a similar interface. Android, like from a viewing angle, doesn't look too much different from Apple, and the biggest difference is probably the pin in my phone. But like, I find myself not even using it that often anymore. Cause
Well, I think because there's so many options that you can do with your phone that I'm like, what?
I mean, some people like that idea of being able to do whatever they want. Like they can, if they don't like the interface on their phones, because like mine has a Samsung skin of Android 7, but they can use different, like, oh, I forget what I think they're ROMs, but they can decide to have different interfaces if they want because they can be downloaded from the Google Play Store, which is our app store. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I just think that since I'm coming from an iPhone, it's just like too much at one point. I'm like, whoa, that's too many choices. And so I'm just like, let's keep things simple and just chill for a minute.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm honestly thinking about getting my next smartphone being an iPhone, mostly for the battery life, and iOS does look really nice with like its animations.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
like the iPhone, well, not the iPhone. Okay, since I'm coming from the Galaxy Note line, the Note 8 looks overpriced because it's $1,000, which is also the price as the 10. But I don't plan on getting the 10, so that goes hand in hand. So I don't think I want the Note 8 because it's spec'd out to be similar to the Galaxy S8, which is $200 less. The only difference with the Note 8 is probably the camera and the S Pen, two things I don't really worry about. So you'd think I'd go to the S8, but that also has the almost bezel-less design, and well, I feel that's more appealing than uh, the Note 8. But I also don't they what the S8 has is what's called the Bixby button, which is supposed to be like Siri,
Oh,
but
okay.
it has a dedicated button, and Samsung made it so that you can't remap it to something else. Like, what if I hit it and wanted to automatically boot up the camera, for example? You can't do that. They want it to be just for the assistant, and I honestly prefer Google Assistant, which is Android's version of Siri, which is honestly, in my opinion, better.
What is she called?
Uh, Bixby,
Oh, I thought who's Alexa?
Alexa's Amazon's
Oh,
assistant because they have the speakers. The you've probably seen the giant cylindrical one, or they recently came out with the dot for
yeah.
cheaper. I
I've
mean,
seen that.
because then now Google's following that train and has Google Home, where they have the small one and then a bunch of them. The reason you get the bigger ones because it's almost like a wireless speaker, but it's also hooked up to Google Assistant, so you can be like, "Hey, do this." If you're able to hook it up to anything such as the lights, or if you have a smart home, you can unlock or lock your door, for example. It can get pretty complicated on what you can do with it.
Yeah, I remember I was watching a Let's Play and then like his Alexa turned on like twice and it was really funny. He was like, "Alexa, shut up." And you could hear it talking in the background.
Oh,
It was really funny.
so yeah, iPhone 8 specifically, iPhone 8 Plus, probably gonna be my next phone of choice whenever this one starts acting up,
Oh yeah.
because like it's definitely like it does this weird theme where at some points if I haven't turned it off in a while, it does a few weird things. The biggest one that bothers me is that it doesn't show the right battery percentage that is left. So I usually get a warning around 15% when it's about like, hey, you need to go charge it. But next thing I know, that the number is decreasing much faster than it should be. Like, sure, the message comes up. I look back up in like a minute later, and it's already down to 7%. And
Oh,
then
that's goofy.
yeah, and a couple minutes later, it's completely empty. So for some bizarre reason, it doesn't show me the right percentage of battery I've left. But that hasn't happened for a while. But the fact that it has happened shows that it's starting to deteriorate.
Yeah. But you've had it for a while.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anything else? Anything?
Well, this was about the iPhone 10, but I'm not gonna get it. I'm really curious to see what people think of it because it's supposed to be like the next line of smartphones because it hardly has any buttons along except for like the power and volume rockers, but like it doesn't have the home button, and it doesn't have a fingerprint sensor, so you can't use Touch ID with it. No headphone jack, and it's just I can't. I think it's still rocking a Lightning port instead of USB Type C, which I guess is fine from a business standpoint, but some people find it inconvenience because USB C is starting to become universal.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you want to say about it?
No, I think pretty much summed up what I was talking about, or what I was gonna say.
All right. You want to pick the next thing, or
Yeah, okay. So yesterday, my dorm had a haunted hall. It was pretty fun.
oh, you made it to sound like to whenever you told me it sounded like it was a haunted house.
Well, it kind of was. It was a hallway that there's no residents in, because it's like under construction, and so they turned it into like to a haunted hall, and it was really cool. I mean, we had to sign a waiver.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we had to sign a waiver. It was just saying that like there's like strobe lights and stuff like that. So if you have epilepsy, it's not a good idea to go in there.
Did they touch you?
Yeah, one dude grabbed me.
Oh, good thing I wasn't there. I'd punch him.
Yeah,
I
well,
knocked his
I knew it wasn't real, so I didn't really do anything. I was like, "Oh, he's touching me."
knock his socks off.
uh but I was with two of my roommates. One of them had never been to anything like this, so she was like, "Can I leave?" After like
Can I
only
go
5 minutes.
home?
Yeah, basically.
I've been turned into a cow.
Basically, so she was really scared. And then another one, the other one, she's been to haunted houses and stuff before. So and literally, they were like, "Sarah, you go first," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was just walking like do, and
You
like my roommates were like lagging behind, and I'm like, "Come on, guys, let's go." Basically the whole
you were
time.
their literal meat shield.
Yeah. And like they were screaming a lot, and I was laughing. I mean, I screamed a little bit too, but it was then I laughed afterwards.
You you should have like screamed on purpose to sort of set him off. Like, oh God, if she's scared, then like we should be really scared. You know?
Yeah, that'd be really funny. There was this one part where there was this girl that had zip tied her that her hands were zip tied, and I had to use the scissors to cut it. And then like they made me do it, and they were like, "You get stabbed, not us."
Oh, they wouldn't
And
stab you. That's
I
illegal.
know, but you know what I mean. And then and then there was a dude. Um, I think the scariest part for me is that like um they were like, "He's gonna get you," and I was like, "What?" And then we walked into the room and we didn't see anything, and all of a sudden this chainsaw guy comes out, and
Ooh.
he has like a real chainsaw, but I mean the chain's off of it, so it's not gonna hurt you. And
Okay.
like,
So
yeah,
it was
so
just loud then.
yeah, and it smelled.
Oh, okay. I could
It
see
was
that.
I don't remember what it smells like rubber almost.
I
Um,
guess I never really
kind
used a
of.
chainsaw myself.
Me neither.
Have
But
you?
like my roommates start running, and of course I'm slow, so I run. I run afterwards. I can feel the chainsaw thing literally on my head.
Mm.
So like the warmness of the chainsaw like on my back, and I'm like, oh God.
Mm.
And we finally get away, and then my roommates were like, "Oh, where's Sarah? We thought you died." It was funny.
Mm.
And then yeah, I was impressed. Like I wasn't expect. I mean, last year it was fun too. So
So this wasn't. Well, you already said it's not like your first haunted house sort of thing.
yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Um, I think the only haunted house you've been to is the one that the band did.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that.
Yeah, it
Or
was really fun.
It was okay. I wasn't really scared.
Me neither, but it was really fun. So we should go sometime.
We'll see. I'm not sure about that.
I know that in Lubbock they have a haunted corn maze, and I really want to go.
Ugh. They better not put any children there.
Oh, that'd be funny. I remember one time, my mom told me a story where my Meemaw and her two sisters went to one of those corn mazes,
Okay.
and then like there was a guy who kept yelling, and then my Meemaw finally yelled, "Stop it!" And it was really funny. She's like, "Stop it!"
You fucking
Yeah,
annoy me.
basically. Well, she didn't say the F word, but
I'm not. Okay, was it your Mima?
yeah, it was my Meemaw.
She would definitely say that in that situation, I bet. If
Yeah.
if triggered enough.
Yeah, well, like I think sometimes if she drops something, she goes, "Oh shit!"
Shit, my cigarette.
Well, or like one time, like the power went off, and like and then she was like, "Shit," and I was like, "Mima," and she's like, "I know."
My grandfather almost said that, but like he purposely censored himself by saying shaving cream.
That's really funny. Shaving cream. One time, whenever I wasn't like really allowed to cuss in front of my parents, I said Schnapple.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, because I was like, it was like, quick, what'll cover it up? Schnapple.
Okay.
Okay. So, any other topic you'd like to discuss before we wrap this up?
Well, you know what's coming out next week, right?
Yeah, Thor 3.
Uh,
Yeah.
did you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for it. Um, I'm also really happy that fucking Natalie Portman's not going to be in it because I hated her.
And why is that?
Um, She was just okay. In the second movie, she was better, but in the first movie, she was just awful. Because it was irritating because the only thing that really was going that she reason like why she liked Thor was because he was good looking, and I was like, oh wow.
I mean, is that wrong?
I guess not, but I personally think that's kind of shallow. You know what I mean?
I mean, just I mean, if you just like them for how they look, you should also like because of that try to get to know them or something.
Yeah, and they definitely didn't explore that opportunity at all. Like
I mean,
the only thing they talked about was like how he physically looked nice, and I was like, really,
ooh, he got them pecs.
basically, and that doesn't do anything for me. So I'm just like, what's his personality? What is he like? Stuff like that.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, no,
He is
that's stupid.
his
But in the second movie, since Thor was not a jerk, and then she wasn't in the movie as much, so it was a lot better.
it was inherently better than the first.
Yeah. So I'm hoping um, that there's going to be a lot of really good like comedy because Loki's going to be in it, and shut up. And he
It's
was
the only reason why you're excited.
no, I have another reason actually. So, well, in the second movie, Loki was really funny. So I'm hoping more of that will show up in this movie. I really like the villain.
Oh yeah, at least it's not some guy in a business suit.
Oh yeah, I was really excited that that they were gonna show Hela for once, and I was like, ooh. But it's really weird because in Norse mythology, uh, Norse mythology, Hela is Loki's daughter, but obviously that's not the same in Marvel. So I was like, that's weird.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Loki would get a lot of action from his fan base.
Yeah, but not in the MCU. Um, but they oh yeah, and then also um it shows that Hulk was fighting a giant wolf, so I'm thinking that's Fenrir, and I got really excited. Because if it's Ragnarok, that means there might be the snake, the world serpent there too. So I'm
Okay.
like, ooh. Since they already because there's three beasts basically. There's the world serpent, there's the wolf, which I explained, and then there's the horse. The horse has already been seen in the first Thor movie. The horse has 8 legs.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it in the first movie. I was like, ooh, basically whenever I saw it. And then Odin has crows, which you can see in the first movie too.
And you were like,
So basically, I was like,
because that's
ooh,
that's that's how you've described every feeling you've had for these Marvel films. So it's
yeah,
uh, how
yeah.
about how about you use your words, not onomatopoeias?
Yeah. So I just got really excited with the animal things, you know?
I mean, yeah, you're fucking major, like we mentioned.
Yeah. So yeah, I just get really excited about animal things oh, and I heard that this movie was going to be shorter than the other ones, which I'm actually okay with.
Eh, I'm not too much of a fan of the Thor movies or Thor in general, so I guess I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, like, well, it just seems that a lot of Marvel movies feel like really long, you know?
I guess.
Um, but yeah, like I'm excited about it. It'll be really fun. Oh, and I did see, and I'm hoping I don't know when, but there might be like 2 cameos. Like since you know how Doctor Strange was with Thor at that one some point.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he might show up in the movie, maybe in the end or something. And then they might run into the Guardians.
They might also run into Stanley.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd like to see. I always like to see what his like role is going to be in the movies.
What I'm thinking my favorite cameos from Avengers 2.
My favorite one is whenever he's like, which one of you is Tony Stank? And that made me laugh so hard.
I mean, in Age of Ultron, he took the I don't whatever Thor had. Is like it's like come on, what could it be? And he took it. He was like paralyzed.
Oh yeah, he took the as Guardian Mead.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Also, and it was really funny in not Civil War, the Winter Soldier. Whenever he took the old costume and he's like, "I'm so fired." Yeah, I hope that he lives long enough to go through all of the movies.
I don't know. Marvel has no reason to stop anytime soon.
The truth.
What's gonna happen
Uh,
when this saga is over?
they might just bank on TV shows or something.
They already are.
Yeah. I'm really excited about the Black Panther movie too.
Because it got another trailer this week, I believe.
Yeah, I saw it, and it looks really really cool. I'm really really excited because it's some place that's not like Europe or America. I mean, in Ultron, it was in Korea for a little bit. Well, we really didn't see that many people, you know?
Yeah. Be cool if it stayed in Korea more often.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why like that one Transformers movie was kind of cool because it was in China most of the time.
I mean, yeah, the only appeal to that movie for me personally was Grimlock,
Me
a
too. The fucking
giant.
dinosaurs. Yeah. But But yeah, the entire movie is going to be in Africa. Granted, it's a country that doesn't exist.
Um,
Like, but still, it's
so
cool.
something like Wonder Woman then, where they're
Yeah, kinda. Basically, Wakanda is like a hidden city, kind of like Nemesia is. Um, yeah. And one of my favorite things was quotes that they from the trailer was whenever Cortez was looking for El Dorado and they looked in America, they were looking in the wrong place. It was in Africa the whole time. And I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." I liked it, and also the music. I was like, "Yeah, that's bumping."
Was it RTJ again? Or
I don't know, but I did like that first song.
yeah, first trailer I had Run to Jewels track. I'm pretty
And
sure
I,
the moment we first saw it, I was like, I know this.
yeah, but yeah. So, that's a just like a wrap up of the kind of the things that we did over this past week, and some of the things we're excited for, I guess, since that's basically what we talked about.
I mean, in a week's time, really.
Yeah, tale as old as time.
In the upcoming week, we should be, or I should be finishing Oxenfree, and then I'm not
We
sure
might
what's
get yeah, we might get a special guest. We might not. I don't know.
a returning special guest.
Yeah. So we'll see. Well, thank y'all for watching or listening or whatever, however this works, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.